Hi dubbers, this is a quick video to show you how to take the radiator off a T25. So for those of you that don't know, I've been having a few overheating issues and pressurising issues with the van. It started off on a trip last year where we just suddenly got loads of pressure and steam and she overheated. We changed thermostat, we changed thermostat housing, we changed some hoses, we changed the radiator cap. None of these seem to have fixed it. The way the issue kind of presents itself is she's fine when she ticks over, but she's not when she goes for a run. So as soon as you put any sort of load on her or get the revs high, then she will cook. But when she's sat there ticking over, she'll happily just tick over nicely and she doesn't overheat. There's no smoke coming from the exhaust, there's no loss of oil, there's no sign of water in the oil, so everything seems to point to a flow issue, or we're hoping it's a flow issue. So the next step is to take the radiator out. So the idea is we're going to take the radiator out and then we'll check the flow of the radiator, see if the radiator needs replacing, but I'm hoping we don't have to go to that sort of expense because the radiators are quite expensive. So I'm going to hopefully be able to flush the radiator, which will be the next video. So this is just a quick video to show you how to take the radiator out. So the first thing to do is jack the van up, or in this case put it on ramps. Then you need to remove the spare wheel dish. So the dish is actually held in by two shaped rods which make up part of the hinge and then insert into the front of the bumper. The hinge part is held on by two circlips which you have to remove first. A quick butchers at what they look like. As you can see, I actually fanned about with this for a while trying to figure out which was the way to get the rods out, whether to have the dish up or down. As you can see, in the end I found it easier to have the dish up. I played about trying to use the screwdriver to leave the rods out, but in the end it was just a case of use a bit of brute force and elbow grease. So once the rods pop out, the dish drops out dead easy. There's just a couple of little cable ties that are holding some loose cables to the rods, so you just snip them off. So you have to just give the rods a little bit of a twist and they'll pop out the front bumper dead easy. So you can see on the right hand side the two water hoses, and you can see the two clips that hold them in. The plan is just to drop the radiator out with the hoses attached, and then obviously it'll be easier to get the clips off with a bit more room. There you can see the two brackets that hold the radiator in with the two 13mm bolts. Just quickly taking the two front grills off just so I can make sure I can see the radiator and double check it doesn't catch on anything as I drop it out. Yeah, I initially thought all the connections and all the wires that were attached to the radiator were going to be plenty long enough, so when I dropped the radiator out I could just disconnect it all once it was on the floor. I soon realised that actually two of the wires, two of the main connectors, weren't quite long enough. There's 3 points on the plug, as I understand it, is because the fan's actually got two settings for two different temperatures. One of those points is to detect the fan when it's at about 70 degrees and the other one when it's at 90 degrees, and then the fan actually adjusts accordingly whether it's faster or slower for the different temperature of the water going in and out of it. So I had to get the help of the wife and her lovely legs to come and prop up the radiator whilst I disconnected the top one. And as simple as that, the radiator just drops out. Just got to disconnect the two hoses now, which are dead simple because there's loads more room. You might notice also in the shop there's a blanket on the floor just to protect the radiator a little bit. Obviously you don't want to damage any of the fins or pierce it. Radiator out. And the next stage is flushing it out.
and hopefully fixing it.
So I hope that was helpful, guys. It was a pretty straightforward job in the end, obviously with a little bit of help from the wife there. The next video coming up will be the one showing how to flush the radiator out. I'll be doing that in the next couple of days. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and if your make or model of van or vehicle does differ slightly, then please leave it in the comments so we can always add that information just in case there's any differences between diesel or petrol engines. But I think it's pretty much standard for all Volkswagen T25s with a water box engine. See you next time, guys. Take care. Bye.